Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a video about books that you should put on your TBR. Books that I just had a fun time with, that I would recommend, that I think you guys might like. I've got a few different genres. I've got fantasy, a historical / literary fiction, I think, and a thriller, some romance. I don't know if I already said romance, maybe. So we've got a little bit of a mix. There's not a whole lot of literary fiction or historical fiction because I don't read a whole lot of that genre, but I try to recommend the ones in that genre that I do like. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first one, which is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. I got this book from Book of the Month for one of my picks, and I had a lot of fun with this one. This one's a YA fantasy with a little romance subplot. It's about these kids that have died young, basically, kind of sad, but they've died young and they've gone to this underworld. It's not really the underworld, it's more like an afterlife type of thing. So they're in a academic afterlife where they're learning how to reap souls and basically take care of people's souls when they die and get them to the right place. Kind of. I will say I was a little confused about their exact purpose in the school, and it has been a while since I've read this, so it might not be confusing. I just don't think I remember. And then you follow all these characters. They go through a trial competition type of thing to try and win a certain position at the school to get certain perks. So that was really fun, really interesting, and this ended on a huge cliffhanger, and I really, really liked the cliffhanger. So I'm really interested to read the next book. The next book comes out this summer, so it will be finished soon because it's just a duology. So it's almost a finished duology, and I'm really hoping to like the second book, but I do recommend this first one if you're looking for a fun YA fantasy book. The next book I recommend is also a fantasy. It is by Monica J. Deloy. It's The Song of the Sunrise. And this is she's an indie author, and this is such a good book. I thoroughly enjoyed this fantasy and absolutely loved it. It's about this girl who enrolls in a military camp, and there are different types of powers. I believe it's been a while since I've read this, so I could get some stuff wrong, but there's people who have like sun powers, moon powers, star powers, but like some of the abilities from those, or like some of the powers, I guess, have been lost for generations and people haven't had them for a long time. But this girl joins up, and then she ends up meeting different species as well, like elves and another species called underlings, and you did get to see her go through this fun journey and fall in love. The romance in this book is so good. This was one of my favorite reads of 2025. I absolutely loved this book and thought it was really good. The second one comes out in October, I believe. So I highly recommend this fantasy. It is an adult fantasy, so not YA, adult, but very, very good. Highly recommend, especially if you like to support indie authors. The next book you should add to your TBR is Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This is a really fun and really unique fantasy book. I haven't read anything like this before. It's about a boy named Charlie who befriends an old man and his dog. And he starts to learn some like really suspicious things about the old man, and he just is acting kind of strange, kind of off. He knows something isn't right, but he can't put his finger on it. And he kind of becomes close to this old man, so he starts to learn things, and he starts to get to know more about what's going on. And you also get to see him befriend the dog, and the relationship with the dog is so sweet, and I love the dog so much. So if you love a really fun fantasy that's really unique and different, something you haven't read before, I would definitely recommend to check this one out. I'm trying not to spoil anything and like looking at the synopsis on the back because it doesn't really go into any detail about later stuff in the book. It kind of just talks about the earlier parts of the book while trying to keep it spoiler free. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I will highly recommend this one because it was so different. It was so unique. This was my first ever Stephen King book, and I really enjoyed it. I was thoroughly impressed with the way he laid out the story and the way it flowed and the characters. I thought it was really fun. So if you're looking for something different and interesting and kind of spooky, like a spooky fantasy, this is a good one. The next book you should put on your TBR is The Wasp Trap by Mark Edwards. I read this one in maybe 2024. I feel like it was 2024. but I can't remember. This was such a great and twisty thriller. It's about 6 friends who go to celebrate the life of like a friend of theirs who's passed away, and so they all get together for dinner in this really like big mansion, and it just has really amazing spooky mansion vibes. Honestly, that's what I always look for in a thriller. Is it set in a like dark mansion? Does it have spooky dark mansion vibes? This one has amazing spooky dark mansion vibes. But then they all sit down for dinner and they're starting to like kind of unpack some secrets from the past. And it's so interesting, and it has really, really good twists that I did not see coming at all. I was shocked with the twists, and I definitely need to do a reread of this one because this is probably one of my favorite thrillers. I really, really enjoyed this book. So if you're looking for a dark, twisty, mansion vibe thriller, this is definitely a really good one. And the author is also so nice. I've talked to him a couple times and he is so sweet. So definitely recommend him. I haven't read any of his other books, but I really need to because I loved this one. The next one is a fantasy. It's Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a newer release. I think it's only been out for like less than a year. It's less than a year. I don't know exactly how long it's been out, but it's definitely been less than a year. This book follows 3 different people, as I'm sure you can guess: a warrior, a princess, and an assassin. And you kind of learn a lot about all of like the 3 different characters, because I would say they're all the main character. There's not like an FMC. Well, I guess since there's only 1 female, but there's an FMC and then 2 MMCs, I would say. So it follows 3 people pretty heavily, but I thought it was really good and really well done. The way the author laid everything out made sense. I thought the story flowed really well. I also thought that the character development and relationship development was really good. This is a romantasy, and it's a polyamorous romantasy, so it's kind of spicy at times. I actually skipped over that because I don't typically tend to read a ton of spice, but I did really enjoy the story, and I found the characters really interesting. So if you're looking for a spicy adult romantasy, this would be a really fun one. If you also like books that have romance but some more political things as well. The next book you should add to your TBR is Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. This is a historical fiction / literary fiction with a little bit of mystery. I think it's mainly considered historical fiction, maybe not literary fiction, but I feel like I kind of struggle with those categories because I never know which is which. I get confused. This is about a girl who witnessed her brother being killed like a long time ago, and so like that's in the past in this like time zone, and his case went unsolved. And then later down her life, she goes through some different things. She gets like, her wedding is broken off, and so she decides to go on a vacation, and through this vacation she starts to uncover things about her family's past and her brother's past and what happened. It also follows a storyline of slavery in America because it's talking about her ancestors when they were in America and they were slaves. And that was a really great storyline and a plot point in this book. I thought it really complemented all of the things in the present, past, and further past, you know, with the slavery topic. I thought that they all really flowed well together. And you had so many different things going on, but I thought that the author did a really good job of translating them all and bringing them all together at the end. If you're looking for a really well-written historical fiction with a little bit of mystery, this is definitely a really fun one. The last 2 books I have for you guys are romance books. One I read recently, one I read a while ago, but love them both. This is Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston is the one who wrote The 7-Year Slip. And I actually liked this one a lot better than The 7-Year Slip personally. I thought this one was really fun. This is about a girl named Joni. She's a songwriter and she's struggling with writer's block for different reasons that I won't go into detail about, as to not spoil, of course. And she meets this super hot musician guy and they hit it off, but they're never gonna see each other again, of course, right? Right? No. They do see each other again. And, you know, it's kind of just about them and their journey in the music industry, and then also falling in love and getting to know each other better. And there's some magical realism in this book that I thought was really fun. There's magical realism in The 7-Year Slip as well, but I liked this one better. I am not going to tell you what it is as to not spoil it because I don't remember if that's in the synopsis or not, and I don't want to look. So I'm not going to tell you what the magical realism is, but it's really fun and I liked it. I also like the deeper topic that the author touches on in this book. I thought that it really complemented the rest of the story and added a nice depth to the romance as well, because they're struggling with different things and their family's struggling with different things and going through things that bring them together. And I thought that was really nice. This is a super fun, easy romance read that I thought was really enjoyable. And I really liked all the different dynamics. So if you're looking for a romance, this is a really good one. The last one that you should add to your TBR is How Freaking Romantic by Emily Harding. This was such a fun one, and I think that it's the author's debut. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's her debut. And this one was so fun and so cute. I absolutely loved the romance and thought that the chemistry between the two characters was really good. This is basically about a girl who falls in love with her friend's divorce lawyer. And that's a lot of it, honestly. You really know about the book now that I've told you that. This book also touches on some deeper topics that I thought were done really well. I think this is one of my favorite ways that an author has touched on deep topics, because it showed really good character dynamics between the main female character and the side characters. And I thought that it added so well to her personality and made you fall in love with the main female character even more than you might have without that information. So that was something that I thought was really great in this book. I also just felt like the characters were really relatable, which was something that was really nice, because I don't always feel that in romance books, but this one I felt like I had that connection. If you're looking for a really good romance with a little bit of sad topics as well, and it touches a little more deeply on the sad topics, which is why I say it's a little bit of a sadder romance, if that makes sense. If you're looking for something that's heartfelt and sad, this is a really great option. So those are some books that I would recommend you put on your TBR. They are some books that I really enjoyed and had a lot of fun reading and think that other people would probably enjoy as well. If there's something you decide to put on your TBR, let me know, because I always love recommending books to people and then they put it on their TBR. It's so much more fun, and it means that I've influenced you to try and read a book. And if you're like, one of these books sounds so interesting, but I just don't want to buy a new book right now, always utilize the library. That's something I've been doing a lot recently. I've been borrowing a lot more books from the library and not buying a whole lot of books, and it's been so nice. So if there's something you see on here like, I just need to read that now, that sounds like the perfect vibe, definitely check out your local library, because honestly, they are amazing, and I wish I had used them more last year. I'll probably post some more of these videos as I just continue to read more books about books that I think that you should read or put on your TBR. So if you like these types of videos, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.